Billy Bob and Luther are fishing one afternoon. Billy Bob tells Luther,
"You know, I reckon I'm about ready for a vacation. Only this year, I'm gonna do it different."
"What do you mean?" asks Luther. Billy Bob continues,
"Well, the last few years, I've been taking your advice about where to go. 3 years ago, you said to go to Hawaii, and I went to Hawaii and Becky got pregnant. Then, 2 years ago, you told me to go to the Bahamas, and Becky got pregnant again. Last year, you suggested Tahiti, and darned if Becky didn't get pregnant again."
Luther asks, "So what you gonna do this year that's different?" Billy Bob replies,
"Well, this time, I'm taking Becky with me."
A pirate walks into a bar. He has a wooden leg, an eye patch, and a hook for a hand. The bartender is curious and asks, "How'd you get that wooden leg?" The pirate takes a swig of ale and says,
"'Twas a terrible sea battle. I stood bravely, directly facing 12 cannons. All they managed to hit was me leg."
The bartender asks, "What about your hook?" The pirate takes another long swig and answers,
"Arr, 'twas the day the British Navy caught me. They tied me to the mast, and I escaped by gnawing off me own hand."
The bartender is growing skeptical. "And how did you get that eye patch?" The pirate takes another swig.
"'Twas a mutiny. Me own crew left me marooned on a desert island. As I looked up, a seagull flew over and pooped in me eye."
The bartender says, "That's ridiculous. No one loses an eye from bird poop." The pirate finishes his ale in one gulp, then grimaces.
'Twas me first day with me hook."
A group of Americans are touring Ireland. One of the women in the group is a real groaner, constantly complaining.
"The bus seats are uncomfortable. The food is terrible. The accommodations are dreadful."
One day, the group arrives at the site of the famous Blarney Stone. "Good luck will be following you all of your days if you kiss the Blarney Stone," their guide says. "Unfortunately, it's being cleaned today, so no one will be able to kiss it. Perhaps we can come back tomorrow."
"We can't be here tomorrow,"
the nasty woman shouts.
"We have some other boarding tour to go on, so I guess we can't kiss the stupid stone."
"Well now," the guide says, "it is said that if you kiss someone who has kissed the stone, you'll have the same good fortune."
"And I suppose you've kissed the stone?"
the woman scoffs. "No, ma'am," the frustrated guide responds. "But I have sat on it." Thomas has always wanted to become an actor. His parents have been very supportive and have even paid for him to attend acting classes. However, even though Thomas has tried out for every school play since the 2nd grade, he has never gotten a part. One day, he finally gets a part in the school play. He is elated. He rushes home from school and yells to his father, "I got a part! I got a part!" His father says, "That's great, son. I'm very proud of you. Who do you play?" Thomas replies enthusiastically, "I play a man who's been married for 30 years with 4 children." In an encouraging tone, his father says, "Well, that's a great start, son. Maybe next time you'll get a speaking part." Little Johnny catches his teacher sleeping in class. Little Johnny asks,
"Teacher, are you sleeping in class?"
"No, I'm not sleeping in class, young man."
His teacher replies.
"Then what are you doing?"
Asks Little Johnny.
"I was talking to God,"
replies his teacher. The next day, Little Johnny falls asleep in class. The same teacher walks up to him and says,
"Young man, are you sleeping in my class?"
Little Johnny says,
"No, ma'am, I am not sleeping."
Angrily, his teacher asks,
"Then what were you doing?"
Little Johnny answers,
"I was talking to God."
"Oh, and just what did he say?
challenged his teacher. Little Johnny replies,
God said, He never spoke to you yesterday.
After being married for over 25 years, I looked at my wife one day and said, Honey, 25 years ago, we had a cheap apartment, a cheap car, slept on a sofa bed, and watched a 10-inch black and white TV. But I got to sleep every night with a hot 25-year-old blonde. Now we have a nice house, nice car, big bed, and plasma screen TV, but I'm sleeping with a 50-year-old woman. It seems to me that you're not holding up your side of things. My wife is a very reasonable woman. She told me to go out and find a hot 25-year-old blonde, and she would make sure that I would once again be living in a cheap apartment, driving a cheap car, and sleeping on a sofa bed. One day, a mother and her teen daughter arrive at the doctor's office. The doctor says, Okay, what seems to be the problem? The mother says,
It's my daughter Susie. She keeps getting these cravings. She's putting on weight, and she's sick most mornings.
The doctor gives Susie a good examination and then turns to the mother and says, Well, I don't know how to tell you this, but Susie is pregnant. About 3 months would be my guess. The mother says,
Pregnant? She can't be. She has never been left alone with a man, have you, Susie?
Susie says,
No, Mom. I've never even kissed a man.
The doctor walks over to the window and just stares out of it. A few moments later, the mother says,
Is there something wrong out there, Doctor?
No, not really, the doctor replies. It's just that the last time something like this happened, a star appeared in the east and 3 wise men came over the hill. An old lady is just about to turn 100 years old. She is in great health for her age and regularly walks to the market, post office, and the bank without issue. Since she is living in a small town, her 100th birthday is a big deal for the locals. On her birthday, she is visited by the mayor, who presents her with a badge honoring her as the oldest person in town. There is also a local TV station doing a report for the evening news about her. The reporter asks her, What is your secret for a long and healthy life?
It's simple.
She replies,
Never have I in my entire life argued with another person.
Shocked, the reporter says, That's impossible. The old lady replies,
You know, Sonny, you're right.